Grand risings, everybody. This is Mystical Ariel here to shake the matrix, expand our minds, and make us all think. How you guys all doing this grand morning? Well, hopefully you guys are doing well. I had some pretty intense news this last week, but thank goodness I understand this whole illusion and what fear tries to do. But I do, in this realm, have to have some pretty intense reconstructive surgery on my neck and everything because there's a major compression on the brainstem and I move it the wrong way. I hit it the wrong way and it's either lights out or paralyzed from the neck down. I should already be, but you know me, I see through the illusion and I've discovered things and I'm pushed through it. But it doesn't mean I don't have my instance of situations that are hard. The things that was kind of crummy about the whole thing is I had this amazing job to go up to and be living in the middle of nowhere in the mountains, which would have been amazing for amazing videos, but just amazing experiences. But I have to wait till next year now because I got to be in the crazy busy areas because surgery is going to be happening. So we're going to be finding some places for me to actually stay residently and stay put while I deal with all these different things. But in the meantime, we're going to talk about some important things. We're going to talk about this aspect. We get fear just fed to us all over the place. Everyone's going off about apocalypse, the end of the world, this and this and that. And religion's just going crazy because all the signs and symptoms and theories are all right there. But let me just tell you something. We're going to learn something amazing today. We're going to see some lining up of why I returned and when I chose to spoke and what happened in the domino effect when I finally spoke about the holographic simulation. But what is going on is the veil is tearing and the great unveiling of the truth is here. See, across the world, people are feeling it. Something is shifting, right? Religions are proclaiming, and we are in the apocalypse. And while philosophers question, we are in the apocalypse. Philosophers question the nature of reality, and scientists push the boundaries of what we thought was possible. But what if these seemingly come together, these separate worlds, science, spirituality, philosophy, religion, and even nature are all finally speaking at the same moment in unison? You know what's interesting and I love about this is, see, once when I was speaking on a stage and preaching from a religious point of view, people would say you're lying about these and da 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 da. But now here I am in my life and I've come back in science, philosophy, ancient mystics, and even the great wisdoms of philosophy and religion are all lining up to everything I've been teaching and saying, hey, it lines up. So then it's kind of hard to say, hey, that's not true now, is it? Because science backs it up, philosophy backs it up, mystics back it up, and even religion and agnostics are backing it up. Oh my goodness, it might be time to listen. So what if we are not heading towards destruction, but towards a revelation? And what if revelation isn't even what they think like religions made it out to be? Let's begin with the word that's creating so much fear across the globe, apocalypse. The true meaning of apocalypse is the Greek apocalypse, which meaning is to unveil. It means to reveal. Revelation, reveal. It does not mean destruction. It means lifting the veil, pulling back the illusion so that the truth can be seen. See, we are in the moment now that the veil that once blinded all of us is from our divine nature to our interconnection, to interconnectedness, to the fabrics of reality itself is tearing. We're starting to wake up and see who the heck we are. We're starting to see that we're in a holographic universe, and I'm not the only one speaking of it. It's going right across the board. Every time I turn on the YouTube, every time I go on TikTok, every time I go on anything, they're talking about, hey, did you know we've been lied to? We're in a holographic simulation. Yeah, I started speaking about that, and so did Science Match at the exact same time. We live in a holographic reality. I died in 2020, returned in 2020, and didn't speak of this until 2022. Now check this out. We live in this holographic reality, and the projection, this isn't just theory, because in 2022, physicists working on the holographic principle at the Fermi Lab of CERN suggested that the 3D world we experience could emerge from an information encoded into 2D boundaries just like a hologram. And when I gave my story on the Jeff Lemire show, he said that scientists called him and said she's right. Spiritual people called from all over and said, what the heck? And now it's nothing but a domino effect of everybody saying the exact same thing. See, this aligns perfectly with the ancient teachings from the Hinduism to the Buddhism, which describes the world Maya or illusions, to the agnostic Christians, hello, my friends, who once walked away, who teach this yourself. We're on the same page. The material world was believed to be kind of a trap. It was spoken of that even in religion. It created this divine beings of sleep. You know, even Plato, Greek philosophers described that reality as a shadow on the wall of the cave. In the allegory of the cave, the prisoners watch the flickering shadow on a wall and believe it's reality until one day it breaks free and they see the truth outside. You are that prisoner breaking free. And religion, it veils it in scripture as well. Hello, everyone. How's it going? Good to see you this morning. Even the Bible, it veils that it is not a metaphor, that it is literal and a symbolic barrier between the physical world and the divine, that the Jewish temple, the veil separated humanity from the Holy of Holies, the presence of God. But what happened when Christ died on the cross? At all that moment, the veil of the temple was torn, and then from the top to the bottom in Matthew 27:51, the tearing of the veil signified that the humanity now is direct access to divine. So if science is saying this, religion's saying this, the separation was lifted, the spirit was no longer something out there, but something within, then it might be real, right? That we are living mirrors of the moment. The great tearing is happening again. We're in it. The separation between dimensions, between heaven and earth, between the source is dissolving. Nature, the grid is breaking, the earth is awakening. Even Mother Earth is reflecting the awakening. Earth's in Schumann resonance, the vibration frequencies of the planet has been spiking in recent years. Some scientists, the healers, believe that reflect an activity of activation in the human consciousness and the collapse of the old energetic grid. Our ancestors knew the earth was alive, and they lived in harmony with their cycles. But the synthetic system we've built, political, cosmic, economic, religious, they disconnected all this from us. And you want to follow their system? You see, the organic web of life was destroyed by that. The artificial grid, and by the way, we're that too. The artificial grid is now collapsing. And that's why this institutions right now, they're panicking, creating more fear out there than you can even imagine. And that's why fear is being pumped out like smoke in a barrel. You know, but as fear rises, so does truth, and truth cannot be stopped. Isn't that awesome? The universe has a sense of humor, doesn't it? Philosophy, the awakening of the mind, you know, Descartes, he said that I think, therefore I am. But modern spirituality teachers, you know, now challenge us to go further. Who is the I that's thinking in the first place? What if even our thoughts are not even us, but part of the program just trying to create delusion, illusion, and confusion? You know, this is where Eastern philosophy meets conscious science and non-dual teachings. You know, the Advaita, whatever they call it, the Vedanta, that everything is one. There is no separation. That veil of separation was always an illusion. You were never apart from the divine. And those who want to live like that, go ahead. You're just being part of the system. You see, he simply believed you were, therefore you are. This is not the end of the world. It's the activation of the soul. Think of a seed Underground, to the untamed eye, it looks like it's dying, cracking open, breaking, but to the wise, it is becoming its awakening. See, apocalypse is revelation, destruction is transformation, and ending is beginning. We are in the midst of the evolutionary leap of human consciousness. And this is what the ancient Mayans and Hopi and the Esses of the Vedas and even the book of Revelations were pointing to, towards not doom, but divine return. Source to truth. You see, the final message, you don't feed the fear. The system only survives if you believe in it. The illusion only works if you continue to play by its rules. And when you stop believing in fear, you stop feeding the illusion. And the moment enough of us stop reacting, stop fearing, stop doubting, and the moment we choose love, stillness, truth, and the veil will not just tear, it will fall. This should be academic or spiritual. Thank you very much. Yeah, right? It's both. It's everything. It's all of the above. We are every part of that. But basically, you know, I used to stand on a religious stage and only point to that direction. But then I got tossed into the universe, to face of all creation. I lost every friend I ever had to only gain real ones. Ones that'll drive miles and miles away to help fix your rig and put you back on the road. Ones that even the world's family, their family the world thought was heroes. Their family really wasn't. They were just part of the illusion and craziness anyway. Anyways, make sure you do one thing toward your dreams every single day. It brings you one step closer. Make sure you recognize you're valuable in the matter. And make sure you know that you're a unique puzzle piece, part of the ultimate puzzle of the cosmos. Peace and love, and get your butts out there and tell this truth. And you know it is. You got nowhere. Not one place will prove what I'm teaching is wrong. Peace and love. Beautiful people.